In our pantry, we have plenty of non-perishable items, and what you wouldn't expect is that we also get locally grown produce, most of it organic, and some of it is grown specifically for the Pacifica Resource Center.
Originally, we just wanted to start a garden and see how things grew here. The rapport with the Pacifica Resource Center came the following year when I found out about the Pacifica Resource Center, because I didn't know anything about it. I saw the Pacifica Gardens website and I visited Pacifica Gardens, and I saw that they were donating vegetables to the Pacifica Resource Center, and I thought that's something that we could do to help the community and the needy families in Pacifica. I was not aware that there were that number of needy families in Pacifica.
The Master Gardeners are a volunteer organization taught by the University of California Cooperative Extension. We act as the liaison between the UC scientific research in agriculture and the home gardener.
I saw an ad in the paper seeing that the library needed some help with their garden, and became involved that way in May of last year. It used to just be 2 small beds, and we now have 8 large 4 by 10 foot vegetable beds and a large perimeter bed. And that began, we sheet mulched in December of 2010. We finished the sheet mulching in February of 2011 and began construction on our first bed in, I believe, April. So it's halfway through 2011, and we've donated probably close to 100 pounds to the Resource Center this year, and that's while the beds have been built, and we've been in the process of actually constructing the larger garden. We also hope, that with the garden being completely built, that we'll be able to donate a lot more. I mean, we have 8 large beds.
Yeah, 100 pounds is incredible from an incomplete garden.
That's true.
The garden has been here since 2008. We broke ground and began converting the soccer field into a food growing project. Initially, the project was incubated by the Livability Project, which was a small nonprofit here in Pacifica. And the sole purpose for the garden at the time was to help improve food security for our community and assist with this movement of relocalizing food production and eating locally, reducing our carbon footprint, and actually helping people learn how to grow food in their own yards. It's our 4th growing season, and we have a number of programs that we've initiated, a children's garden-based education program and our food donation program. This is a great relationship with the Pacifica School District. This soccer field at the Lindemar Education Center had been unused for several years, and the school district came to the Livability Project in early 2008 and essentially volunteered the use of the soccer field to build the garden. Our obligation, so to speak, with the district is to educate children in the school district about food growing, about where food comes from, nutrition, and we host our field trips for that purpose. It really is sort of a long-term strategy for many people that are involved in the healthcare system to really kind of raise our current generation of children into getting away from our industrialized food system and the fast food industry. What's happening is that the kids are, when we get comments from them, what's happening is they will write us thank you notes or little letters and say, I never knew that potatoes grew in the ground, or I have never harvested a carrot, or I've never eaten tomatoes right off of a vine. And we know from research about garden-based education that when children see where food grows, where they actually participate in either growing or harvesting or have an understanding of how food really is produced, that they make better food choices. The way we distribute food in the garden is we distribute it amongst the volunteers who grow it. And we had a surplus, and at some point along the line, one of our volunteers suggested that we start donating the food to the Pacifica Resource Center. So in our first year, we began donating fresh produce from the garden to the Resource Center, and then since then we have developed our relationship with Anita and the Resource Center to more fully develop a donation program. And so now we donate on a weekly basis. To date, since 2008, we've donated almost a half a ton of fresh produce to the Pacifica Resource Center.
I work for Pacifica Spindrift Players. I'm their box office manager, And the board adopted the Resource Center about a year and a half ago. So every month the board brings in food or money. And last year I thought, what does the farmers market do with the leftover produce? So I spoke with Aaron last year, and every week we pick up produce here for the Resource Center. The farmers donate quite a bit of produce.
All this produce that we have, it will not be good for the following market. And plus, they throw it goes back into the ground. We feel that there's needy people out there. We would rather it go to them.